Hello, I'm Harry Hobson, President and CEO of Plymouth Harbor.
And I'm Karen Novak, the Administrator for Strategic Healthcare Initiatives here at Plymouth Harbor as well.
Karen, what we're doing today, as you know, is we're doing a special update. We'll touch on COVID-19 and give a campus report, but we're going to spend the lion's share of this update on our current weather conditions here as we're trying to track and stay ahead of hurricane or tropical storm Eta. The name keeps going back and forth, but I'll talk more about that in a few moments. Why don't we go ahead with the campus update first, and then we'll move to Eta.
You know, we're status quo right now. We still continue to have 4 of our staff members out, as well as 4 of our residents. The great news is, as of today, we're doing testing, and all the testing has come back negative, both on the staff as well as our residents. So good news there. Please keep up the great work, keep those parameters in place, and we'll keep you posted.
Okay, thanks, Karen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read from a document that I've been updating throughout the day, and I've been going through our public address system here at Plymouth Harbor. So just for consistency, just bear with me on this. But this is what we have shared so far with, again, the most recent updates. What I've shared with our residents, I'm going to take a step back also and let everybody know that when we get into a hurricane type of situation, this video becomes very valuable to the family members around the country. So we know that. So that's why I'm going to take this time to share that with you. What I've said is, as you probably know, we have been in and out of hurricane and tornado watches most of today. Our team members started meeting early this morning, and today is November 11th, 2020. The watches mean that conditions are favorable for Eta to further impact our immediate area over the next 24 to 36 hours. Now, currently, and this has changed just in the last couple of hours, but currently Eta has been downgraded to a tropical storm, gradually moving into a northwesterly direction. Now, that does put us on the right side of the system, which causes flooding and surges. And we've seen it in Lido, Lombok Key, Anna Marie Island, and to some extent here at Plymouth Harbor. Driving conditions are extremely treacherous right now. And I have to tell you, they just reported, yes, there are surfers out on the Gulf right now.
Can't imagine that. Whew.
I know. While Eta is currently a tropical storm, the weather forecasters are not ruling out the reformation of hurricane conditions as we move into the evening hours. Now, bands of heavy rain are still possible Thursday morning. Then conditions will begin to dry out as the storm moves farther north by Thursday afternoon. Rain totals of 3 to 6 inches are possible by the end of the storm Thursday, with some locally heavy amounts. Flash flood watch is also in effect. Landfall could occur midday Thursday, well north of Tampa to the Panhandle, if it stays on its current track. Now, early this morning, I directed our team to move into phase 1 preparations. And we've got a very sophisticated emergency management plan here, and we know it works well. So we are now in phase 1. Tropical Storm Eta has formed in the Gulf and may travel in our direction. We, Plymouth Harbor, have activated our emergency number, so some of you may want to write this down. It's 844-744-7007. I'll repeat it again, 844-744-7007. This number can be used by residents or families for the latest Plymouth Harbor updates. Our storm team members have shifted into storm mode. We just had a meeting about an hour ago. We will reconvene later this afternoon and then once again this evening. Some services have temporarily been suspended, including housekeeping and non-essential maintenance services. Our dining program reverted back to apartment delivered meals as we closed the Mayflower restaurant at least for the next 24 hours. And I have been advised by Curtis that they are planning a delicious home delivered meal this evening. We have now completed also our final grounds preparations, which are very important because of flying debris, etc. The balconies and garden corridors have been cleared. Now, it's important for everybody to know that a storm team member or members will be assigned to your neighborhood, or colony as we call it, where they will spend the night with you in the colony area. If anyone experiences any water intrusion at all, please contact the front desk of the tower by just dialing 0. What's important, particularly for our families also to know, is that in no way is there an expectation we're going to have to evacuate. We are providing periodic updates, both public address system here, channel 196, which some of you are watching right now, and certainly on our website. And you can also go directly to YouTube to pick this up as well. Karen, is there anything that comes to mind on what I've just gone through, focused on Ada, that might be on the minds of our residents or families that you can think of?
You know, I can. You mentioned the suspension of some services. Home care is still here. We do have nurses 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we'll be here all night with you. So if you should feel uncomfortable or show some signs of something quite different than what you're used to, give us a call here in home care, and we'll be glad to come check on you. So know that we're here for you.
And that's a great reminder too, because in our meetings, I'm always delighted to hear this, but we have our team member volunteers that are stepping up. So we're fully staffed. That can put your mind at ease in our Smith Care Center, our skilled nursing home, our assisted living, and our memory care. And again, we plan to be here through the duration of this weather event. So I want everybody to know that. And I think also what's important is to please remain confident that Plymouth Harbor, we are a family, and our team will remain here to address any issues that come up and to offer comfort where necessary. So we're here, and we plan to be here tonight. So Karen, is there anything else before we close out this update?
Well, we're going to enjoy this hurricane party, Plymouth Harbor style, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good night. It'll be a safe night. If you need us, we'll be here for you.
Now, when we went through this a few years ago, we challenged our dining team as we challenged our team today, and that is they came up with a Hurricane Irma drink, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So I know Curtis and his team are on it. So we're going to celebrate together after all of this event is over. So Karen, is there anything you'd like to close out with? I'm sure there is.
Absolutely. You know, we want to remind you about those parameters, because even in the storm mode, please remember to keep that 6-foot distance between you and somebody else. It's really important now when we kind of come together in an event like this. Remember to wash your hands, bring some hand sanitizer if you have to go somewhere. But most importantly, please remember to bring your mask. If we have to go anywhere in the building, if you have to leave your apartment for any reason, please remember, bring your mask.
Thank you, Karen. And that brings the conclusion to this video. So it's time for us to don our masks.